Sean, I quickly run over behind the guys and prepare a vicious mockery.
All right, Joe. The entire party prepares itself, weapons at the ready, and spells a light in hand. After a tense few more moments, a dastardly sight emerges before you from the mineshaft. A full cave ogre, followed by what looks to be about 6 more goblins, one of them appearing to be wielding a staff instead of a melee or ranged weapon.
Sean, I release my rhymes binding ice.
All right, looks like the cone will hit them all, because they're all clustered up right now. So they'll all have to roll the saving throw. Goblin 1 fails. Goblin 2 critically fails. Goblin 3 fails. Goblin 4 fails. Goblin 5 fails. And Goblin 6 fails. I think I need to get new dice or something. Now for the cave ogre. Wow. He'll also fail by 1. I'm definitely buying a new set of dice. The NPCs have done nothing but fail saving throws this entire scenario encounter. Anyways, what's the damage on that spell, Obama?
They'll all be taking 14 cold damage, Sean.
Well then. The party looks on in amazement as Braca releases his prepared spell of frozen death. A wave of chilly frost washes over the goblins and their ogre ally. The cave ogre manages to weather the attack, but his morale is definitely damaged as he watches every single one of his goblin allies freeze solid, then fall over and shatter into hundreds of pieces.
Sean, I release my prepared sacred flame at the ogre.
Well, let's go ahead and roll that saving throw then. Of course, it fails by 1 due to its -1 dex modifier. What's the damage, Trump?
That's going to be 6 damage, Sean.
Well then, let's minus that off, and now we...
Sean, I release my lightning lure that I had prepared.
Yep, you sure do. Well, let's go ahead and do this. It's a strength saving throw, so surely the cave ogre doesn't fail this. Today just isn't my day. Nat fucking 1. What's the damage, Bush?
It's pulled 10 feet towards me, and it takes 5 lightning damage.
Cool. Go ahead, Joe. I know it's there.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Sean. I forgot?
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll that wisdom saving throw. Hell yeah, a 5. What's the damage, Joe?
No, I don't wanna...
What is the damage, Joe?
I'm scared. The damage is 4. Obama, help!
So, now it's the ogre's turn. Bushmaster, you're right in the way. It swings its mighty great club at you. The sheer weight of the club smashes you like a grape and inflicts 15 damage on you.
All right. I'm sorry. I got a little bit out of control there. Let's just continue on. Obama, it's your turn, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I cast Firebolt at the ogre. Oh no.
What's up, Obama?
Nothing. I rolled a 5. I missed.
Let me see.
No. There's nothing to see here. These aren't the dice you're looking for?
Move, Obama. Let me see.
No, Sean. It's a 5, I swear.
I will see that D20.
Fine then.
Of course, it's a natural freaking 20. Go ahead. Roll the damage, Obama.
It's going to be 11 damage, Sean.
The party witnesses Braca pull off yet another astonishing move of magical amazement. He conjures another larger-than-normal magical anomaly. This time, a lance of fire that jets out of his hand and strikes the ogre directly in the face. The ogre reels away in pain, its face left charred from the fire. Joe, it's your turn.
I'm going to use Healing Word on Bushmaster. He will get 8 health back.
All right then. Moving on to you, Trump.
Time to finish Rosie. O'Donnell over here off. I'm going to strike the ogre with my glaive and added smite. That's going to be a 14 to hit. And then we'll have 12 slashing damage along with a 10 radiant damage.
The party watches as Emeridona charges the short distance to the cave ogre. He leaps through the air and pierces his glaive into the skull of the ogre. As soon as the glaive is embedded into the skull of the ogre, the party see the ogre's eyes glow bright with celestial light and then burn out. The ogre's body collapses to the ground. Emeridona steps off the body, glaive in hand.
Light work. Good job handling all the little guys, Braca. It was pretty funny watching them all topple over and shatter into pieces.
I've got to admit, it was pretty funny now that I look at it in hindsight. It was also pretty funny watching the look on that thing's face when Bushmaster grabbed it with that lightning lasso and pulled it closer.
It was already shitting its pants after it lost all its little friends. Next thing it knew, it was getting lit up and dragged closer to Deathland.
I didn't think I'd already have more source material for a new song. Not sure what the name will be yet. Maybe I'll have thought of something by the time we're done securing the mine.
Well, let's head down this passage they came from and make sure there's no stragglers back here.
So the party begins heading down the mine shaft that the ogre came out of. As you guys travel, you notice all sorts of trash and clutter left around by the goblins. It seems that you might have fully cleared them out. However, as you near the back of the shaft, it opens up into a cavern. You hear some faint voices around a corner in the back of the cavern and see some torchlight back there.
Looks like we got some stragglers in the back.
Maybe this is where the short stacks are hiding?
Maradona, wouldn't that be unhealthy? They're living in a cave, gross, unbathed.
Part of the flavor.
I know, you did not just say flavor.
Let's go bop these last stragglers over the head.
The party approaches the back nook of the cavern, filled with the bravado of the constant victories of the past few fights. When you cross the corner, however, you see the hulking back of a large green orc, and then the telltale red skin and jet black hair of 2 hobgoblin guards. You also see a small sniveling goblin in the corner, waiting with a cup in his hands and his eyes cast at the floor. Without turning away from what he is looking at on the table, he begins to speak to you.
So, I guess the ogre didn't get the job done then. Who would have thought that Goldcrest had some adventurers worth their salt in the village right now? It's no matter. I guess this is just something I'll have to take care of myself.
Well, I didn't really expect to turn the corner and find this. Who are you guys?
My name is Orgum, but anything beyond that is none of your concern. You've set meticulously crafted plans back and caused problems that I can't afford, so I'm afraid your road ends here.
Sean, I want to cast Detect Thoughts on this orc. Orgum. Something weird is going on here.
Interesting choice, Joe. Well played. As you peer around the surface thoughts of Orgum, you can see anger and anxiety. You can feel that he carries a sense of dread at the possibility of failing his current set of orders. Do you wish to probe deeper? This will trigger the saving throw.
Yes, this information seems tied to something bigger.
All right then. Joel attempts to probe deeper into Orgum's mind for more information. However, as he does, he sees Orgum glance at him with a keen gaze. Joel can't seem to glean any more information.
It seems I might have already gifted off too much info with how relaxed I was being. You morons have any last words?
And here I thought the ogre was the final fight in here. Shit.
I came for short stacks and all I got was a big burly orc and his 2 hobgoblin lovers. Time to hand out the clapplesauce boys.
Roll for initiative, everyone.
17 here.
I got a 13.
Hell yeah, 19 for the Donald.
Damn, I got a 5.
All right, so the initiative is Maradona, Bushmaster, Orgum, Joel, Hobgoblin 1, Braca, and then Hobgoblin 2.
All right, Sean, I'm coming in with a can of whoop-ass wide open. I'm going to bonus action Vow of Enmity on Orgum for attack advantage. Then I'm going to attack him with my glaive and smite. Shit, that's an 11 and a 12. I'm going to assume that doesn't hit this big boy.
You would be correct, Trump. Maradona closes in on Orgum and attempts to deliver a mighty swing, but Orgum throws up his battle axe and blocks it. He stares you in the eye with a grin as you two lock weapons, Trump.
Not light work, boys. Shit.
It's Bushmaster's turn.
All right, Sean, I'm going to cast my trusty catapult spell with that iron pot behind Orgum and then fling it at him. He needs to make a DC 14 dex save.
He fails the save, Bush. What's the damage?
Looks like that'll be 17 bludgeoning damage, Sean.
The party sees Bushmaster snatch up the iron pot off the table with his catapult spell. He reels it back behind him and then flings it at Orgum with great force. It strikes him in the ribcage and the party could swear that they heard a slight crack. However, Orgum doesn't flinch and continues to lock weapons with Maradona.
I'm also going to bonus action Guardian Armor for 4 temp HP, Sean.
Nice, nice. The party also sees Bushmaster activate his armor for the first time. Additional magical defensive runes spring to life on the armor, and the party hears a slight humming as the runes glow. Now it's going to be Orgum's turn. He breaks his melee lock with a Meridona and begins his own series of offensive moves against him. He swings his battle axe with enraged fury and catches a Meridona off guard, connecting cleanly with the side of your torso and dealing 15 damage. He then swings again at you, but having gathered his senses, a Meridona just manages to block with his glaive.
Oof. Guys, this isn't a joke. Don't play around this fight. I got more than the wind knocked out of me just now.
It's now Joel's turn.
Okay, think. No panicking. I'm going to save my actual spells for healing and attempt to help a Meridona take the brunt of this guy's attacks. I cast Vicious Mockery on him.
He hears your stinging words, Joel, and for a second you think it's worked. He then looks at you and shakes his head.
You'll be next for screwing with my head so much, you flimsy music man.
Oh shit, I've only pissed it off.
All right, it's Hobgoblin 1's turn. He points at Bushmaster and smiles, then rushes him. He swings his longsword at him, but Bushmaster just manages to get his mace raised to block the oncoming blow. It'll now be Bracca's turn.
All right, Sean, I'm going to second level Witch Bolt the other Hobgoblin before he can attack me or Joel. Oh, thank God, it's a natural 20. Let's see. That's going to be 23 lightning damage, Sean.
I'm beginning to think you have some loaded dice over there, Obama. Ha 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 ha. The party sees Bracca strike out with a powerful blast of lightning. It connects with the Hobgoblin and shocks its body through and through until it's nothing but a burning and smoking corpse. A Meridona, now that it's your turn, you see Orgum witness the loss of one of his guards. As you two are locked weapons, you see him release a mighty battle cry into the air.
I would say good job, Bracca, but I think you might have just gotten me killed. Sean, I'm going to attempt to strike Orgum again with Smite added. And then I'm going to bonus action, strike him with Polearm Master. My high roll is a 16, Sean. Does that hit?
Yep, roll damage, Trump.
Okay, that'll be 11 slashing damage plus 12 radiant damage. Now I'm going to try and hit him with Polearm Master. That'll be a modded 20, Sean, with 7 bludgeoning damage.
The party sees a Meridona redouble his efforts to assault Orgum, now truly understanding the threat that he poses. He conducts a series of offensive maneuvers, first pivoting and confusing Orgum, striking him in the hip with his glaive and smite, then twisting backwards while twirling the glaive in his backhand to bring the pommel up, striking Orgum across the jaw. Bush, it's your go.
Sean, I quickly drop my mace and activate my thunder gauntlets, then strike the Hobgoblin attacking me. That'll be a 21 to hit and 11 damage.
Well done. The party sees Bushmaster toss his mace aside and smash his fists together. They pulse and crackle with thunderous energy. He then strikes out and connects with the Hobgoblin, who slightly doubles over from being punched in the gut with such force. We're back on Orgum's turn. He's visibly filled with hatred at the onslaught that a Meridona just dropped on him, so he begins to attempt to return the favor.
Oh, shit.
He swings his battle axe with rage, but a Meridona ducks and dodges, then attempts a second swing with even more hatred, but a Meridona manages to roll out of the way. He begins a third attack with a guttural war cry, and finally manages to make contact with a Meridona, rending him across the back, dealing 19 damage. A Meridona barely remains standing, coughing up some blood.
Joel, heals, please. I can't take another hit like that.
Joel is up.
Oh yeah, this is what I'm here for. I cast second level Healing Word on a Meridona as an action, healing him for 10 HP. Then I cast Bardic Inspiration on a Meridona.
Now Hobgoblin 1 will continue his assault on Bushmaster. He swings his longsword down on Bushmaster and connects on his shoulder joint, dealing 15 damage due to his martial advantage. Bushmaster's entire body begins to spark at different places, the magic structure having taken a costly toll.
Guys, I don't have much more left to TT in the eminent pow power failure.
Bracca, it's now your turn, and you feel the full weight of the situation on you. Bushmaster and a Meridona are almost down. Joel can't keep up with the healing.
Hold on, guys! We ain't going down in this filthy cave! Sean, I use meta magic to twin spell a second level witch bolt at Orgum and the hobgoblin. Let's see, I rolled a 15, Sean.
Braca conjures another witch bolt and twins it at both of the enemies. But having seen the threat that the spell poses, they both were preparing for it to be used again. Orgum and the hobgoblin dodge the bolt.
Damn it, Amiradona, you have to do something. They dodged my spell work.
Shit. Sean, as an action, I restore 20 hit points with Lay on Hands, then I attack Orgum with Polearm Master as a bonus action. That'll be a 16 to hit and 6 damage.
The party sees Amiradona place his hand to his own chest, and a pulsing celestial glow thrums from his palm. He then stands quickly and swings his glaive pommel into Orgum's jaw, catching him off guard. Bushmaster, it's your turn.
Sean, I'm going to magic missile the hobgoblin. I've got to get him out of this fight. That's going to be 8 damage.
Bushmaster sends out 3 magic missiles from a mount on his wrist. They all strike the hobgoblin. He reels back in pain and is left barely standing on his feet. He looks to be in a terrible way, coughing up blood.
Well, damn.
It's now Orgum's turn. He's going to continue to conduct combat with Amiradona. He quickly makes 2 vicious swings with his battle axe at Amiradona. However, with his renewed vigor from his lay on hands, Amiradona dodges and then blocks the hits. The 2 lock weapons and meet each other's eyes, both knowing that only one person is coming out of this fight alive. Joel is up.
Sean, I cast a second level healing word on Bushmaster as my bonus action, healing him for 7 HP. Then I'll use my crossbow on the hobgoblin. That'll be a 22 to hit and 9 damage.
Bushmaster feels a wave of healing wash over him as he's knelt on the ground, and watching the hobgoblin hobble over to him, sword raised and ready to strike. You think about how the healing was probably useless, as this disgusting creature is about to finish you off. Just as he's about to strike, you see a crossbow bolt pierce through the front of his skull. The hobgoblin audibly stammers, stumbles a bit, then collapses to the ground. You see Joel standing a little ways behind him, crossbow empty and aimed in your direction.
Great. I'm never going to get to live this one down. Damn it. Thanks, Joel.
No problem, Bushmaster. Everybody rally to Amiradona!
Braca, it's back to you.
Going for another witch bolt on Orgum, my last second level spell slot. Damn it, that's an 11. I know that misses.
It's over to Amiradona now.
Come on, you big bastard, just go down. I attack with my glaive and then bonus action with my polearm master. That's a 15 to hit. Nope, I'm going to use that inspiration to re-roll. There we go. That'll be a 21 to hit with 8 damage. Polearm Master will have also 21 to hit with a 7 damage.
Nice! Amiradona leans down and cuts up with his glaive. Getting a good slice out of Orgum, he then shoves him slightly away with a grunt and twists his glaive around, clocking him across the forehead with the pommel of the glaive. Orgum, seeing the fight not going his way, calls out to his little goblin servant.
Pipsqueak, go detonate the cavern. Go now!
The party sees the small goblin with the cup from earlier attempt to run out of the cavern nook. Bushmaster, you get an attempt to stop him, or you can use your turn as normal.
I'm going to try and stop him, Sean. I use my lightning lure cantrip on him. He has to pass a DC 14 strength saving throw.
He fails! The party and Orgum sees Bushmaster fire his lightning lure out from his wrist. It snatches the goblin up and electrocutes him until he falls to the ground.
Damn it! Why won't you weaklings just die? You're ruining all the Master's plans!
Orgum swings at Amiradona once more. In his rage and panic, he misses both times, swinging wildly and without focus. Joel, it's your turn.
Sean, I'm going to attempt to cast sleep on him.
Now this is taking a turn I didn't expect. Roll the hit point dice, Joe.
All right. That'll be a 30, Sean.
Well, hot damn. I can't believe it. The party watches Joel play a gentle tune on his lute. Orgum stumbles a bit and his eyes grow heavy. He then collapses on the ground with a mighty thud.
It only lasts for a minute, guys. What are we doing?
I say we kill him and be done with it. He already had us on the ropes. He was weathering most of the attacks we could throw at him with ease. A single hit from him was decimating me.
He has a lot of info that we need. A lot of the stuff he said leaves questions that needs answering.
Everybody knows I hate to agree with the Amiradona, but I think we should just be done with him. He's too dangerous to be left alive.
It's not the hero way.
Shut up, you two, with your weird pop culture references. I'm killing him, and that's final. Start searching the room for any clues and info. He's got papers and stuff on the table. Sean, I move to stand over his body and drive my glaive into and through the back of his neck.
I'm not going to ask for any numbers or anything. He's asleep, injured, and completely vulnerable. You drive your glaive into the back of his neck and through it with an audible gurgle. Orgum lays on the ground dead.
Well, that's that then. Sean, I search the body.
When searching the body, Amaradona finds a crumpled up missive in one of Orgum's leather pouches. He opens it and begins reading. Orgum had been ordered to build a strike force outside of Goldcrest. He was to attack the town 4 to 5 days from now, after receiving around 25 goblins as reinforcements. His objective was to draw forces away from Citadel to assist in the main army's attack on Citadel the following day. The missive isn't signed, it's only stamped by a single symbol, an upright black hand with the thumb folded inward. The symbol is too intricate to be that of an all-greenskin force.
Sean, I relay this info to the rest of the party.
Holy crap, that's some serious stuff. We need to get back to Goldcrest and tell Captain Ironstone.
Guys, there's more. There's 2 crates of chains and shackles back here. There's a note with the same sigil. It says, "For the attainted slaves."
Yep, gather all the evidence we can. We'll detonate the entrance to the mine on our way out so those goblins can't use it as a base if they show up. I'm sure the mining guild will understand. They shouldn't have a problem clearing their way back in, especially if it's empty and safe.
The party gathers up the evidence and makes their way to the entrance of the mine.
Bushmaster, set the alchemical explosive wherever you think best to collapse the entrance.
At the top will be best on the support beam. All right, we're all set. I suggest we get some distance. I'm starting the timer now.
The party sprints back to the tree line and turns to watch the detonation. The explosive goes off and does its job, collapsing the entrance. However, gents, we're going to stop right there and resume next session. This one has been a long one. You guys can level up to 5 after that boss fight. I'll see you next time.